Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton told voters who are upset over a November choice between President Biden and former President Trump to get over themselves Monday. Get over yourself, Clinton responded when comedian Jimmy Fallon asked what she would say to voters upset about the choice they faced in the 2024 presidential election during his late night NBC program Monday, in a clip highlighted by Mediaite. Those are the two choices, Clinton continued. Clinton continued with the comparison between the candidates, conceding that they were both old. One is old and effective and compassionate and has a heart and really cares about people, Clinton said, describing Biden. The other, she said, is old and has been charged with 91 felonies, referring to the legal woes Trump has and continues to face. Clinton, formerly Trump's political rival in the 2016 presidential election, has also previously hit the former president over his legal woes, saying he was the only person who could say they were better off 4 years ago in a post last month on X, the platform formerly known as Twitter. Multiple indictments and $500 million in civil liability later, pretty much the only person who can say they were better off 4 years ago is Donald Trump, Clinton said. Trump currently leads Biden by 0.8 percentage points according to polling averages from the Hill/Decision Desk HQ at 45.3% and 44.5% respectively. Clinton is reportedly set to host a Broadway-themed fundraiser with Hamilton star Lin-Manuel Miranda on Wednesday, held at a performance of Suff's the Musical, which the former Secretary of State is co-producing. You know, it's really amazing to me to see someone who lost to Trump try to give advice on how to defeat him. And actually, I take that back. Not how to give Biden advice on how to be more effective candidate, how to contrast himself with him better to kind of counter some of these ideas. Because her claiming that both candidates are old, that does not address the fact that there are people who are dissatisfied with Biden, and a lot of it really doesn't have to do with age. I mean, let's not forget, many were upset, progressives, that Biden was able to defeat Sanders, who was even older than him, by a year. But this clearly, it's very apparent that voters, for the most part, are not turned off by the age of a candidate if they believe that person stands for something that they can be excited for or is going to create some fundamental change in one degree or another. And really, mentioning the 91 criminal charges that Trump has just doesn't cut it. You have to be able to articulate if people are better off than they were 4 years ago and how they are better off than they were 4 years ago. But the part of this that, of course, is the most ironic, and I've accepted my lot on this side. I know that I only get 10 views, 100 views, whatever. But what I find so incredible is how people sometimes forget Hillary is the same person who, after losing the 2016 election to Trump, said that Russia interfered, that Sanders running against her in the primary messed her up, that uh, I mean, hell, even during the 2020 cycle when she wasn't even a candidate, she was saying that Tulsi Gabbard was being propped up to help a foreign government. I mean, it's this is a lady who really should be the last person on earth telling anyone to get over themselves. Because anytime she loses or fails or doesn't succeed, it's always the fault of someone else. Get over yourself. Imagine actually having her stump for Biden, and that's her message. Oh, you don't know if you want to vote for our candidate over the other person? Just get over yourself. It's like, no, you should actually say this person is wrong for these reasons. Like, talk about the border wall, talk about Trump's horrible response to COVID. I mean, there's a litany of things you could criticize him for. And instead of doing that, you're going to blame the voters, just like you did in 2016, and possibly get a repeat of that this November. I hope Biden doesn't listen to her, and I hope this interview doesn't really get passed around that much, because she's the last person he should have linked with his campaign if this is as good of a message as she can dole out. I remember when Cenk from the Young Turks was saying she was the worst candidate in history. Stuff like this reminds you of why that is. without her consultants and donors, she's just an angry, bitter warmonger hag that I'd love to see just not even be in the public sphere anymore. And I'm happy that, as bad as the 2016 election was, the one good thing it did was end the Clintons' prominence. You almost never see or hear from them anymore, and I'm happy for that. I think the American public is better off with people like this just not influencing our discourse, because every time she opens her mouth, it's always something stupid. It's all, and it drives me nuts, because it's like, this is arguably the most prominent female politician in American history. And in an election cycle, the first presidential election after Roe v. Wade's been overturned, after you've had states like Arizona and Georgia turning blue, her message to voters is not, hey, we need to get out and uh, stop the rise of whatever position that she thinks Trump is going to do, because their thing is Republicans bad, Democrats good. Her message to voters is, get over yourself. You're upset that the Democrats didn't codify Roe v. Wade in the law all those times they had the House and Senate. Get over yourself. You're upset that you have to work 2 or 3 jobs just to be able to have a 1 bedroom apartment. Get over yourself. You're upset that gas prices are through the roof. Get over yourself. I mean, that's the message. That's the brilliant winning strategy of the Democratic Party, that is their most recent failed presidential nominee, and there's a reason why she was a failed presidential nominee. It's all encapsulated in this video for you.